Lindsey Stevens. I am the team leader here at Stevens Real Estate. I have been a licensed real estate agent since 2010. So I'm born, I always say born and bred in the Hudson Valley, born and raised here in New Paltz. Ran away from home at 17 years old. Never thought I would ever come back here, couldn't wait to leave. And as I got older and wiser, I guess you would say, and spent time in New England. I lived in New York City for 6 years. Found my way back here. It's one of the most beautiful places, I believe, in the world. I've traveled to a lot of places and always find my way back here. The ridge and the mountains and the scenery here it's world class. So my heart is here, my business is here, my friends, my family are here. So New Paltz is where I came from, and New Paltz is where I am today. So before real estate, I had a dream of being in the sports industry. I've always been an athlete. I played Division I sports, track and cross country at the University of Amherst. And I went on to get a sports management degree with a minor in law, and broke into New York City. I was 20 years old when I graduated college, worked for free, and then in 2009, while working in banking, doing their event planning, the financial market, real estate market, housing market collapsed. And I was working at Morgan Stanley at the time, watched hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of employees get escorted out of the building, people that had invested careers there, their lives there, their families, you know, everything that they had invested basically walked out the door that day. And I realized that you are dispensable, and made a decision to get into real estate in the worst real estate economy in history. And my father told me it was an excellent idea. I don't know why I listened to him, but built a business through a downturn and raised my kids here in this office building for 11 years. And as the market started to shift upwards, our business was established and started to grow, and the rest is history.
So I mean, I was young. I think I was 26 years old. I feel like I didn't know, like I'm a builder. So I feel like I said, I do everything, like I just go hard. And I don't think I intended for it to ever be this big or get this big. And I just it's like taking segments of it and just continuing to move the finish line. But I think to give myself the independence, right? Like working in the city and seeing all these people lose their jobs and realize no matter how vested you are in a company, they'll clip you, when times get rough. And I'm a daughter of two entrepreneur parents who ran their own businesses, never missed a track meet, never missed a school play, never missed a dance recital, because they had the flexibility of running their own show. And my parents, same thing, family's everything for them. And I saw the life that they were able to build by having just the flexibility of being their own boss.
So my biggest challenges with starting the business really, I think with any entrepreneur, business owner, is just getting established, making a reputation for yourself, making a name for yourself. We're in a market where there's a lot of real estate offices, big franchises, big, established agencies with hundreds of agents within the organization. So to be two people, my husband and I, and a brand new name, brand new office, where nobody knows who you are, they don't have the trust developed or built with you yet, is a challenge. So just getting people to meet us and see us for who we are and know that we're truly here to make a difference and look out for their best interest was, I think, the initial challenge, other than the obvious, which would be trying to sell real estate in a market where real estate just didn't sell. So we had to be creative, which I think we've built a business on adapting and pivoting and changing and transforming. So we've always tried to just do what we need to do to shift with the industry. And at that time, it was to rent people's homes because they couldn't sell them. So I would rent, I would lease, I would reach out to landlords, ask them if we could assist in that department. We built a property management company from acknowledging the fact that people were struggling to float homes and pay for them. So the birth of our another company we own was born during that recession also.
So for me, I'm always looking up to people that can take me to the next level. So part of the reason that we moved from being an independent brokerage to aligning with EXP was because I needed to be around bigger thinkers, right? Like, I wanted to be the smallest person in the room. Like, I want that. Like, I don't want to be the big fish. I want to be the little fish in a sea of big, big, big fish. So I put myself around people that are doing business at a much higher level than me.
What advice would I give myself if I were to start over again? I feel like every day I learn, right? So I'm just a learner. I love to learn. I love to grow. I love to teach myself things that I didn't know. I mean, just to give myself grace, you know, and not be so worried all the time about everything. You know, we were watching videos last night of our kids when they were little, and I actually said, I'm like, if we could just go back to that moment and know how fast time moves, because you don't. Like, in that moment, everything is so big and scary and serious, and when you look back, it's just like this blink. And, you know, just enjoy every moment and appreciate it, and don't take any of it for granted, and learn and just keep growing.
Everybody's motivated, they're inspired, they're motivated, right? So I always say, like, I can't motivate people. You know, I can inspire them and they can motivate themselves. Like, I can't do that work for them, but if me climbing this mountain it makes somebody feel inspired, they'll take action then to make the changes in their own life. And that's exactly how I watch people do things that I feel like I can achieve, and then I'm like, I'm gonna do it. Like with the SOS, I went, I watched, I cheered, I'm like, I'm gonna sign up. You know what I mean? And like, that's business too. Like, I see teams that I work with across the country doing big, big things, and I'm like, I wanna match that. I wanna replicate it. R&D, we call it, rip off and duplicate. You know, like, I'm gonna R&D that. So they inspire me to take action and basically like do what they've done because they've paved the path to do it. Yeah. And if one person can do it, everybody can do it, right? Like when the first person climbed Mount Everest, they thought it was impossible. They didn't think anybody could break the 4-minute mile. One person did it, now like thousands of people have done it. It's a mindset.
Somebody said to me, when are you going to stop feeling like you have to prove yourself? And the answer was never. You know, like, I feel like I hit a finish line. There is no finish line for me. It's just constantly moving and changing. And I get there and I'm like, okay, where can we go next? What can we do different? My goal is to change people's lives, not just the people, you know, our clients, but the agents around us. The people in our space, to help them achieve their goals and their dreams and what's going to really make them feel like they've done something impactful for the people around them. So we just want to compound, right? The amount of people who we can just help change for the better. So that's my goal. I mean, I just want to bring as many people on the journey with me as possible, with us. We're a team through and through. I say, like, we're family, truly. I mean that in my heart and soul. And we have big dreams, you know, like we want to hit 100 million in sales this year, and next year 200, right? Double the agent count, double the sales, double the volume, just continue to double, and be mindful of that as we grow, to do it with our heart and not, you know, not thinking about money or anything no selfish behavior happening, because we started this business really grassroots, you know, just like sweat and time and step by step. And so I want to continue to take that part of the business with us as we grow and not lose sight of that. But yeah, just keep growing, changing, and adapting, because the real estate industry, and I've been preaching this forever, it's changing so fast. And if you don't move with it, and if you don't change with it, and if you don't pivot, and sometimes, you know, the agents get not upset, but there's changes happening, right? We call it the messy middle. Like, okay, this isn't working, gotta move, gotta change. And just to keep up with what's happening to make sure that we're not falling behind, because when you do, you know, that's when the business will start to struggle. So
I want to showcase everybody for their true unique self, right? Like, and I didn't even want to be in a spotlight. I wanted all the agents to be in a spotlight, and then somehow I got thrown into being a spotlight myself. But because they're special and they're amazing, and they don't even know it until we help them see it. And my job, I feel like, as a leader, is to show these amazing, incredible people that I have, like, you know, the pleasure of being around on a daily basis, how truly amazing they are, and for the world to see them. So I want to showcase our team, our agents. Stephanie.
I got that on video.
Our staff.
She was the first one, actually.
I know, and
That's
she's
crazy.
okay. Like, she's the reason. Stephanie is like the reason I wanted to do this, because like somebody like her, she has no idea how amazing she is, but I'm gonna show her how amazing she is, and I'm gonna show all of them, and to promote them. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think people want to put themselves out there, so we're gonna put themselves out there for them. And that's right.
some of the things that I am aiming to improve on, I think just myself every day, right? I have this mantra, and if you're in the office or you know me, it's to be 1% better every day. Just a little bit better every day, because 1% over the course of 365 days is 365% better. So I'm on a constant journey of bettering myself as a leader, as a human, as a mom, as the team leader of this company. You don't always know where it's gonna take us, but as long as we're just, like, I wake up every day, and I just told somebody this, I'm like, every day doesn't have to be a good day. It's not, right? But you have the choice to make it a good day or a bad day. And there's days I'm not always happy, you know. My sister always says, you smile too much. It's like, well, that's a choice. Like, I'm making a conscious effort to be happy, even when there's things not to be happy about. Because if I don't, right? Like, what's the alternative? Being sad.
I mean, I feel like, you know, people, like, I feel like we're just getting warmed up. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like, you know, we always say we're like an overnight success over 10 years, but I feel like we haven't even scratched the surface of what we're capable of doing, which is like bringing you in, bringing a director of media, videographer, photographer in-house, bringing a director of business development in-house, bringing transaction specialists in-house, and bringing all the people into the team that are going to help the team scale at such a rapid pace, but make the life of the agent easier. And, you know, I feel like where we're going is so much bigger than where we are right now, and it takes people, right? We always say it's the who, not how. Like, all the who's have to be in place for us to get to 450 transactions next year, which is my goal, you know? And I think we'll achieve it, but with the people, because obviously you go further together than you go by yourself.